sucky part is, of course, like I figured, I don't have the easy one that bolts on. The old one's bolted on. You can just unbolt it and bolt this bracket on. I gotta grind this off. Of course, gotta always be difficult, which means I'm gonna have to pull this off down here. And it also means I'm gonna have to relocate these two temperature sensors somewhere, which kind of sucks. We'll figure that out somehow, some way, I guess. It's in a perfect spot right there because it's got a little hole to let air go through, so air will pass over it, and the rest of it's blocked from picking up heat from the condenser. I kind of like having the temperature reading in the rearview mirror. And this is going to be kind of a pain in the ass. These are supposed to be exact fit lines. They don't seem to be exact fit to me. They're a little long for the stock. Well, maybe not. I'm going to have to tweak that a few degrees backwards. Now the other one, we're going to have to see what we're going to do with this. I don't know if this is even going to reach. This one here is the one we're going to have to put that compression fitting on. I might just hack up the old line. Wow, this is a new line. What did I do with the other one? Oh, here it is. I could probably just hack this up. Whoa, pouring oil everywhere. You know, cut that end off. Now I can put it wherever I need it. You know, on this end. We'll put that compression fitting on. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hate fabricating, but it is what it is. Alright, let's see how these come out of here. Break at least one of them. We got a zip tie around the horn over here. I got those four note horns that I put in off a, what was it, a 74 Riviera or something. They're in nice shape. I got them off eBay years ago. I don't know if you can still find them, but I love the sound of it. Sounds kind of like a small train. It's kind of neat. Yeah, that's why I have the zip tie around them, because they'll shake. See, it is nice and tight. I figured they would have either cracked this or shaken themselves to pieces. They've been in there for 10 years or better. I think over 10 years now. So it's gotta go like this, facing down there. I don't know which way I'm supposed to have this. This kit. Got a couple speed nuts, we'll put these on here. Just fit nice, perfect, not too tight, not too loose. I had to disconnect the Christmas tree for the hood latch sensor connector there. Squeak. Keep that out of the way. And the long side goes on the right, if I remember right. Let me just double check that real quick here. So that website is performancetrucks.net. So you want to look, if you're looking for this kit, you want to go in the classified section. Member-made tools and parts classifieds. That's what you want to look into, and it's the Tru Cool Max Transcooler 4739 and 47391 install kit. Brackets and fittings and hardware. And the thread was started like 8 years ago or something. I was looking for a picture. Oh, I'm in the 2020 section. I gotta go back to the beginning. There's a picture of I got greasy fingerprints all over my screen, so you're probably not gonna see much. This made it worse. So it shows the longer side to my left, meaning the right side of the truck. Kind of eyeballing this, seeing what we got going on. Okay. So I guess you could use the hardware that came with the cooler to mount it to these brackets, and use the hardware that came with the brackets to mount the brackets to the truck. We're gonna have to do something a little different. I'm gonna have to some self-tappers, which I don't have. I'm gonna have to find some in my stash. For the bottom bracket, we're gonna have to grind that off. We'll get the top one mounted, we'll get this thing mounted in here, and then we'll worry about drilling holes in the bottom one. That way everything lines up good. So I'm just gonna bolt this top thing on here. Long side to my left. Long side to the left. You know what I'm gonna do? Get some anti-seize on these, because we know, I forget, I moved back to Massachusetts. I had it made, man. I was living in Arizona. I had to come back. That's the pull of family and friends, man. You know, they'll make you do things you don't want to do. It's all good though. Worked out good. I may bitch and moan, but things are good. They're better than they were, that's for sure. So, what are you doing? So I'm putting the bolt in with no bracket. That's really good. What did I do with the bracket? Everybody see where I put it? I got it. What a donkey. Jeez Louise. This is why it takes me 4 days to remove a transmission. I can't find my tools and I don't know what the hell I'm doing. One down. Tell you to harden this down to 400 foot-pounds. Nope, we will not do that. These speed nuts will strip right out so fast you don't even know it hit you. You don't have to be hogged on it. Snug is good. Yeah, I'm good with that. So we got that. Now, do I want to go? Oh, I got to grind this thing out of here first. I'm gonna leave it. Make sure my caps are on my transmission line so we don't get any metal in there. So I gotta grind this weld off here. I got wires everywhere. I'm gonna have to move these wires out of the way here. Let's see. Christmas tree right here. Come on. Get this harness out of the way if I can. The horn wire here. Have to bungee that or something. I'm gonna have to take this one out of here too. This tool's the bomb. I've showed you guys this before in case you haven't seen it. It's made by SK. This thing is awesome. SK6646. You press this little button, it locks into place. It's supposed to anyways. Yeah, just like that. You can put in any configuration just about, you know. Nice tool. Eric O turned me onto this one from the South Main Auto channel. It's one of the best purchases I ever made. So I'm eternally grateful to Eric for that one. Okay, so now I just gotta figure out, I guess I can tuck that down there. That'll work, maybe. What I'll do is I'll just unplug this. Just right out of the way. I don't want to cut that. Get my new line out of the way. We'll go get an angle grinder. Watch your fingers. Can't see enough over here. I'm gonna have to loosen this and get this horn out of the way. I can't really get in there with the grinder. Tweak the horns down. This one here, I'm gonna have to remove and grind the bracket down so I can push this horn down further. That'll get it out of my line of fire of the transmission lines here. I got 2 bolts right in here, 10mm heads, hex. Surprised these are coming. Looks like I got just a little bit more grinding to do here. Great when your tools fail. That's that. Another piece of scrap for the pile. Grind these flush. Perfect. Went a little hog wire on the cut right in. Okay, now I guess probably want to try to fish this cooler in here and see where it's gonna sit. Okay, middle hole there. So this is the installation kit that comes with the cooler itself. You know, you got hose clamps, you got barbed fittings, you know, female and male barb. I didn't want to have hoses. I've run hoses back in the day when I was younger in my hot rod. Every single one blew off at one point or another. Unless you get in there and tighten these worm clamps at a regular interval, they will slide off eventually. Might take 5 years, might take a couple years, might take 8 years, but they will come off. That's what I've learned in my short time here. All right, so we got some self-tappers here, which is nice. I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with that. Okay, so we got regular hardware too. That's what I was looking for. Somehow this bracket's staying right where I need it to, so I'm just eyeballing. I can see right through these holes in the bottom, so I know that'll bolt right up. So I'm just gonna take a paint pen, put it straight in these holes. I'm not gonna be able to here, which kind of sucks. I really need to. No, I just got it. If I can hold this here, pull these bolts out of the top, slide this over. Now I can get it. As close as I'm gonna get it. I don't like where those sit, but I don't have much of a choice really. What I'm gonna do here is figure out what size drill bit I need. I got a little thing over here, I'll show you. I've showed this in other videos. If you haven't seen it, then here it is. Just trying to find out how big this thing actually is. Looks like 1/4 inch. So probably want to go a couple sizes smaller. 13/64 seems to fit pretty good there. Could even go 3/16. Am I biting off a little too much there? This is pretty tight. 13/64. Actually, I might just drill a little pilot hole even smaller than that. Let this thing cut its way through. That'll probably be better. So actually 3/16 will probably be good. The old trusty Craftsman drill. I bought this at Sears back in the day, probably 96, 97. It's over 20 years old. I paid $10 for this thing. The regular price was $15, and if you filled out a credit card application, they knocked $5 off. So this thing works mint. It's better than the cordless one I got because that one doesn't have as much power as this one has. This one's got a ton of power. Oh, and my 3/16 drill bit's broken, so I'm using 11/64. I gotta try to eyeball this. I hate that. That's the biggest pet peeve. Walking drill bits. I guess I gotta use my punch. That ought to take it. Alright, slide this way. Okay, bracket fell down here. Alright, so the middle hole's got to be the lower half facing down. Oh man, something got royally screwed up here. That's a little better. Okay, no, we're good. I had it. So the hole's stupid thing. I don't know if you can see this. See how this hole's higher than this hole? You want it higher, pointing up. Okay, we get that. Now, these things here, these came with the installation kit that came with the cooler. This isn't the kit from the truck forum there. Just gonna hog those in. Alright, I'm just gonna shut this off and paint these, pull this all apart. Paint all the parts that I ground the paint off of. A little self-etching primer. Rust-Oleum. I saw on that forum there was a bunch of guys that pulled the whole bumper off. There's no reason to do that. I don't know why people are doing it. You can see I just pulled the grill off. Of course, I don't want to be pulling a bumper off this thing. It's, you know, we got rust up here in Massachusetts. You know, what might be a 10-minute job down south will be a all-day battle up here with the torches and broken bolts and stripped bolts. You'll be out here all day. You know, you gotta pick and choose your battles up here. Got some Moxie. Not a sponsor. Good stuff. My friends hate it. All but one. I got one friend that likes it. It's an acquired taste. I've been drinking it since I was a kid, so. Alright, we got something to eat. Let that dry a little bit. I hit it with the Krylon Rust Tough Industrial. Big can, 15 ounce. This can's just about done. Let that dry. There. One more. 2 coats of black, 2 coats of primer. I think I might throw one more of this on there. I'm gonna let that cure. I gotta play around with the oil situation over there, keep that thing fed. Got up to 28 degrees today for the high, so she's drinking it. Oh man, never get nothing done with that Instagram stuff going on. Jeez Louise. That is a wormhole. You'll waste the whole day on that. Some cool stuff there though. Anyways, I forgot which way I gotta put this. What is this? Somebody was getting ready to drill something there. Got a hole almost. It does have a hole in it. Not that it really matters. Looks like a clock. The time is up. It's hard to see where the hole is with the shiny paint on it. Just putting those self-tappers in there. It's right on the edge. Definitely don't want to go hogging on that. You'll pull the threads right out. Well, you pull the metal right out, and then it won't tighten. That's just the additional support. So now I got to figure out how I'm going to do this. Suppose I could tap this. It's not a very strong connection. I might see if I can find a nut that'll fit on the end of the. Oh, how about that? I found a Nylock brand spanking new 6mm by 1.0 thread pitch paint on my bumper. Stuck pretty good even with all that grease on there. 15/64 drill bit. See if I can drill this without going off center. Just high enough to clear the bumper. I don't want to put a hole through my condenser. Okay. There's a blade in there. Definitely won't go through that. It wouldn't have done any damage, but better safe than sorry, you know? I'll just use the adjustable on the other side. These are fittings that came in the kit from the truck forum there. Pretty. Put the thread seal, it doesn't seem to be doing much. I guess it'll seal on the bottom there. I turn them all the way and bottom them right out with my fingers. 18mm, 18 fits nice and tight. Go nutty on those either. Aluminum is unforgiving of brute force. Definitely want to put a wrench on the bottom here because you break something if you don't. Alright, so those are in. Clips are already in. We'll see if I can get the lines in there. A lot of the times I have to take the stupid clips out and put them in afterwards. I haven't had any luck putting them in, and the stupid tools they make for them, they don't work worth a damn, at least in my experience. I can't make them work right. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I guess I should have waited putting those two lower bolts in. You I hate shit twice. This is why I hate fabrication work. Test and retest, see if it fits. You're running a crap like this, damn thing don't fit. Jamming me up here. There you go. We got it. Barely. I think I can tweak these lines enough to where they're gonna stay put. Yeah, perfect. Lines up good. Put a little never sees on these. I got never sees all over me. Okay, that one started. Pretty nice. It's gonna have a little. Was there a little lean to it? No, it's actually level. No, did a good job there. Didn't look like it was going to sit level, but it does. Not that it really matters. I mean, as long as it's not a 45-degree angle, it's going to flow air and cool pretty nice. Bone cracking. Oh, too crazy. That anti-seize, you got to be careful because it'll allow you to over-torque the crap out of stuff. Nothing like swinging a ratchet and doing absolutely nothing. Whoa, got bugs flying around in here. Fly. What the f is going on? Man, I'm telling you. It's tight enough. Okay. Tight enough. Now, I'll wind up all the way up here. It's off a little bit. Might have to drill that. not too crazy about this hardware that came with the cooler itself. Has a P on it, which means it's probably cheap crap. Who knows what grade it is. Never sees on here. Maybe I can loosen the top ones and get a little play at them. Tweak it a little bit. Oh, perfect. That's all I needed. That's another thing too, is the cooler itself is actually going to add some structural stability to this whole method. You can already, it's a little bit less likely to move. Not that worried about it. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. These little grabber washers there to keep the bolt from spinning. I do have 2 lock washers. These are yet a different size, 11 millimeter. The nut actually stayed, I'm surprised. Oh, now it's turning. So this one's definitely going to stay because it's rammed right into the nut. What's going on with my fire over there? One minute it's going out, next minute it's 900 degrees and glowing, shooting smoke. Got anti-seize all over my GoPro camera. Got a nice coating of anti-seize all the way down the threads, so that's good. Alright, that's it, it's in. All I gotta do is hook up the lines, put some fluid in this thing, man, and we're freaking ready. I'll have to put the lower splash shield on. Yeah, this is gonna work, man. Let me see. If I do this, it's putting a little bit of an S. It's stainless steel, so the hose, because these are aftermarket lines I just put in. I friggin' knew that was gonna happen. I never have any luck with these stupid things. And the stupid tool don't work. Of course, it's facing the wrong way. So that's that. Alright, let's see if we can get this going. Let's see if we can bend this a little bit. Everything's been a fight on this truck, this whole project, so what a freaking surprise here. He's not cooperating with me. Boy, I'll tell you, always something. So that sucks. These fit the cooler, but they don't fit my lines. The old ones fit perfectly. These are too tight. I tried them on 2 different lines. They don't work. God help me. So, got a couple options. I don't know how the hell. Yeah, that's probably not even an option. It's not, because we need this fitting. So if it doesn't fit the old lines, I'm totally screwed. I can't even use these, which defeats the whole purpose of the whole friggin' thing. I mean, I guess I just paid $75 for 2 pieces of metal. It sucks. So I got the old lines hanging up in here. See if I can get this. I can do this one-handed. Yeah, it's too tight. Can't even. There's no friggin' way that's gonna work. So the option I had in mind is out. These are useless. Can't use them. Perfect. So these fittings don't fit the GMT 900 trucks. This is an 07 new body style. The classic is the 800. So that really friggin' sucks. One friggin' thing after another. I'm so friggin' close to being done with this thing. Ah, it sucks. So I could run the hose. I hate to friggin' do that. I really do. I don't want to do that at all. But we might have to. This kind of sucks. What's going on here? Fingerprint right on the camera lens. Oh man, I can't win today or any day with this truck. But yeah, we got to go to the friggin' hose, which I did not want to do, but I screwed up. I slid this thing on to test it without any lube in there. Let me tell you, this thing, I had to use a lot of force to get it off. So with the clamp being right there, you see the flare is right there. I never had a flare on the line on my older cars where these things used to blow off all the time, because I used to just cut them and put the line on and double clamp them or triple clamp them, and it'd still come off after a couple of years, 4, 5, 6 years, 8 years, depending. I don't think this thing has a chance in hell of blowing off. Even if this was loose, it would run into this clamp here, this flare. So it makes me a little more at ease. So I'm going to have to put that fitting in there. It's a barbed fitting, so I'm not worried about it coming out of there. So I'm just going to, it's just going to be a short little hose. You know, we'll put a clamp on that. Day 16. This is pathetic. It turned into a little bit of a cluster F last night, and I called it quits. And I've been out here for a couple hours now. Had a little bit of an issue trying to get this thing all squared away, but we got it. What was happening was those aftermarket lines I got, instead of hoses, they have braided steel, and a couple of them got twisted, and it was a friggin' disaster. But I found out, I grabbed those giant channel locks that I have, water pump pliers, and I was able to spin the fitting on the hose and take the kink out, and then squeeze it with pliers to kind of smooth out the stainless steel there. And my biggest fear was restricting the flow to this friggin' super expensive transmission I just bought and fry the thing to a cinder in the first 15 minutes. God help me. Jeez Louise. Anyways, yeah, I wouldn't be able to fix it. I don't have the money. Anyways, so we've been picking away at this for a while. This is the final product. I managed to get the heat sensor to fit inside the horn bracket there. Just kind of sitting there. Can't really come out, which is good. I got a zip tie keeping this from wiggling back and forth. It's pretty solid now. Hoses are pretty good. I got some corrugated, what do you call that stuff, wire loom on there to keep it from rubbing against the horn and the line there. And of course we got zip tie and a piece of hard foam protecting that section from the core support. What else we got here? I think that's about it for this section. It's more of the same over here. Of course, check, triple check, double checked everything. We got plenty of clearance here. It doesn't look it, but there is. See? Plenty of clearance. Anyways, so that goes up under here. We got another piece of foam, several layers of old 3M sticky tape. And what else? Yeah, this is the best I could do with this sensor on this side. I zip tied the harness underneath this loom here. I got the wiring tied to the line, and then I tied the end of the sensor right to these wires here, just to keep it from swinging, you know, because eventually, you know what'll happen with 21st century wiring, the wiring will break. You'll have sensor problems, so we don't want any of that. And we got that clamp, ran that around in a loop. Got wire loom pretty much covering the whole thing here because we're right up against frame components here. Got one little section that's exposed, but it's safe. I put this line here also to keep this from moving around. It's pretty solid now, about as solid as it's gonna get. So everything's good and everything bolted up. Boy, that sun is brutal today. Let's see what else we got here. I think that's about it. What was I gonna talk about next? Made sure all the harnesses are oh yeah, that's something we need to reconnect. Just a sensor for the stupid hood to let you know the hood's open. If you can't see that on your own, well, maybe you shouldn't be driving. But this is the 21st century. You treat everybody like 5-year-old kids. So we'll, that's the final step there. I'm gonna plug this back in. I can't do this one-handed, but I'll plug that back in and zip tie it maybe to the cord here or maybe around this. We'll see. Whatever it takes, you know. Maybe I'll drill a hole for this thing. I can find out what size that is. Drill a little hole through the aluminum here, and then we can plug it in proper, you know. I might not even bother with that. I'm just gonna zip tie it quick and easy, you know what I mean? I'm about had enough of this thing. So all I got left, I just gotta throw the grill on pretty much once I get this wire taken care of. I'm gonna double, triple, quadruple check every single part of this job from front to back before I fire it up, go for a test drive. I think that's gonna happen today. Of course, I gotta put my wheels back on. So still got a little bit of work to go here. Of course, I gotta put fluid in too. So I got some ATF there, and I think I got just enough Dex 3 to fill this train. Anyways, yeah. Keep on moving, put some fluid in here, put this grill back on, reconnect that, and get this damn thing out of here. All right, so we got this all tied up, out of the way. She's gonna hang out right here. I'll probably throw another zip tie around this. This plugged right in there, so that worked. Everything's good. Just gonna make sure my horns are still plugged in here. They are. That one is. This one is. This one I just checked. The other one. Yeah, cool. I think I'm actually gonna put some fluid in, fire it up first so I can touch this thing and check and see if it's working. Computer's wigging out, headlights are on. That ain't a good sign. Crap. key was on because it was in four-wheel drive. That sucked. I wonder what kind of goofball stuff a computer's gonna do now. One thing I forgot I gotta do here is I gotta plug this back in because I have the shifts set to firm, so I gotta return those to stock line pressure because the company that built this transmission, they have the line pressure cranked up to 200 psi anyway, so there's no need to have the computer tweaked with, you know. They specifically told me to change that back. I told them I had this program. They had a million questions about if it was going to be plug and play or all that stuff. So it's just a little programmer, little donger that goes in the ALDL. One of the codes I had years back. Bought this a long time ago. Bought this when the truck was new. Okay, so I got this little thing going. Turn key to the run position, but do not start engine. Yes. 3 DTCs reported. Beautiful. Let's see what they are. Of course. Never fails, does it? B0790. Oh, body codes. U0140. U0121. Fantastic. Just because I touched some wires down there. How did I know this was going to happen? No more codes. Must be cleared. Yeah, okay. Come on, clear it, damn it. This thing is slow. Press yes. Okay, clearing trouble codes. Status lights blinking. The program mode. Press yes. Tuning is installed. We know that. To return vehicle to factory. No, we don't want to do that. To access power programmer features, press N. So N to install. Power tuning, press yes. To keep, oh shit. I guess I gotta hit yes. Regular fuel. To adjust engine rev limiter, press yes. Keep stock. No, I want to keep it stock. If tire height has been changed, no, definitely don't want to screw with that. No. If rear axle ratio has been changed from original, no, definitely want to screw with that either. To adjust top speed limit, I believe I already did that. To adjust transmission shift points, press yes. No, we're going to keep those stock. If you have installed a aftermarket shift kit, press yes. Press no to continue. I'm going to put no. To increase transmission shift firmness, press yes. To keep stock shift firmness, press N. Okay. You have chosen regular fuel. To accept and program these selections, press yes. Programming process. Do not disconnect. Do not do anything. Don't breathe, don't sneeze. Well, you'll brick your friggin' computer. Who knows? I hate these vehicles, man. There's always something. Probably touched some wires that were already broken. Now I gotta go troubleshoot and chase friggin' wires. That's gotta piss me off to no end. Oh, there goes the headlight. Why does it do that? Turn the headlights on so you can kill the battery. It's gonna be the dumbest engineering. I'm afraid to turn the lights off. Oh, they blinked on their own. Because something will probably happen. It's wigging out again. Yeah, my battery voltage is freaking low right now. It's not at 9, but it's not much above it. Come on, hurry the hell up, will ya? Oh, gauge is just tweaked out. Tuning installed. Turn key off 30 seconds. 1, 2. And that's it, hopefully. Unplug that. Okay. Now I gotta fire this thing up. And I gotta drive without this for a little while. I got this range device to keep my engine from blowing up. That stupid AFM system with the crappy valves. I don't want to have to be doing that next immediately after. So I've been running this for a few years now. It keeps the AFM from engaging the 4-cylinder mode. That's what that is. I'm gonna leave it unplugged since we had the battery disconnected for 2 weeks. There is absolutely nothing in the computer right now. So now what I gotta do is I gotta fire up the tranny. I got 5 quarts in there now. I gotta pay attention, probably put another 5 or so in and check it. It's gonna take 11 quarts total. So I'll probably put another 3 in. I got another 2 in that jug and probably another couple on the ground. So we'll start doing that now. Hopefully this thing starts and runs. We shall see. Underneath the leaks, I don't see any. Nice and dry under there. Been running about maybe 10 minutes now. All the NACs is burning off now. Yep, right in the crosshatch. In the hot section, so we might be a little over. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through the gears here, double check again for leak. Boy, smoking like a bastard. Fluid must still be ice cold. I can feel the fluid circulating through there. You can kind of feel it. See any leaks. Take a peek underneath again. The condensation from the exhaust. No catastrophic spills. The drums. Yep, we do have the fan going. We have plenty of air coming through that barn. That barn's one big air leak. I know the dangers of CO. Okay. Ooh, smoky in here. Holy crap. My window's down. Whew. Stinky. The one window is broken. Don't go down. What do you expect for 100,000 miles, right? It's nice in here. That's working. I'll go ahead and put it in reverse. I felt the clunk. Neutral. Drive. Felt the clunk, saw the RPM drop. Yeah, just a double check. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. 4-speed. 2, 3. Drive. Let's put it in drive. Let off the brake, see what she does back there. Watch the speedometer in here. It's 20. That's a shift. It's another shift. And the drums are unsecured, I just realized, so we don't want to go too nutty. Yeah, that's something you don't want to deal with. I knew it. I should have put a lug nut on there, I wasn't even thinking. That's what you get when you work for 16 days straight on your own vehicle, not getting paid. Okay, get that back. That could have been catastrophic. Everything's working. All right, let's try this again. Stupid lights on. Sound a little better. Hood open, yes, we get it. Okay, no lights, good. I think those codes are the computer wigging out because the key was on. Second I touched the cable, everything just came to life and it wigged out. Okay, let's try this one more time. Again. Okay, let off the brake, let her fly. One, 2, 3, 4. I felt them. Yeah. Now the computer's wigging out because the front wheels ain't spinning. I think the front wheels aren't working, so I had a feeling that was going to happen. That'll clear itself as soon as I put the wheels on, go for a test drive. Alrighty, now just got to check the fluid here. Why does it keep locking me in? Lukewarm. You gotta account for expansion, otherwise they'll start blowing out of the vent. Yeah, now it's starting to, the lines are starting to get a little warm to the touch, but they're, in my estimation, they're probably 100 degrees, if that. Not very warm at all. I can definitely tell the cooler's working. I can distinctly feel the difference between the incoming fluid temperature and the outgoing fluid temperature. It's a big difference. Fans are staying on. AC sucking. Okay. Maybe that. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. That's like a that Grand Marquis transmission is original. 274,000 miles. Never been touched. I bought that car with 68,000 on it, and I'm fairly certain that that was the original transmission when I bought it. It had no evidence that anybody had been in there tinkering around with stuff. That's the way they used to build cars, not anymore. Here I am at less than half that. This one already blew up, the original one. Something to be said for quality, you know? Alright. Right at the line, right at the bottom of the hot line right now. Actually just over, we're at the first hole. ADC. I'm gonna leave it there. Since I like to get this thing hot, I think that'll be good. Yeah, it's staying at like 100 degrees. I don't feel any increase in temperature at all. See any leaks over here? Okay, I freaked out for a second by that. That fluid is coming out of there because it's warming up. You can actually see it. See it starting to drip. AC's running, everything's happy. Touch these lines. This one is clearly warmer. Everything looks good. I gotta put that splash guard on anyways. No exhaust leaks. Pan's nice and cool. The engine sounds funny to me. Like there's something going on with the lifters, I can tell. I can just tell by the way it's running. I know how this thing sounded when it was new, and it doesn't sound that way anymore. Yeah, the fuel pump squealing away inside there. Make sure I tightened all these. I know I did, but that all looks good. The normal condensation, it always dripped out of there since the very first day I installed it. See how hot these lines get. The radiant heat's not too bad right there. Stuck my hand up there without burning myself somehow. Ow. Hit my head for the 15th time on this job. The engine's nice and hot. The engine is much hotter than the transmission is right now by an order of magnitude of a huge level. Everything's looking good, man. I'm pretty happy. I don't feel like shutting the thing off right now, so I'm just gonna throw this on real quick, lower her down. Wheels are on. Grill's not, but it will be. Just gave these clamps another shot of AMSOIL metal protector there. That little flap doesn't I can't pin it back up where it was because the lines are in the way. And where I zip tied them, went through some of the holes there for the push pins. Yeah, not a huge deal. It's the way it's sitting, it's still keeping a seal there. That's all I care about. I don't want salt coming straight up here. So I went back in here, and the one thing I changed was when it asked if I had an aftermarket shift kit, I put yes. Because the transmission isn't stock, and I know the guy did some tricks to the valve body on this one. It's part of their heavy hauler transmission. So I guess that constitutes a keeps turning the lights on. It drives me nuts. And the damn dinging, jeez Louise. Anyways, I in my mind that's considered a shift kit. I don't know what the computer does in that instance. Maybe it might make it play a little better with the performance transmission I got in here now. I'm hoping. All right, what happened? Hypertech power tuning. Okay, I gotta turn the key off. 30 seconds. Okay, just fired it up. It's running. Tuning installed. Turn key off. We did that. To end, press yes. Bink. That's it. Unplug cable. Okay, now wrote in my book, get the mileage, the date, all that happy horse crap. Now let's see if I can find my registration. That would be nice. Okay, second time moving under its own power. I had to back up so I could get out of the truck. So that was the first time moving under its own power. They see the ABS lights already went out just from that. Put it in reverse. Turn the lights on because the auto headlights would come on in here. My garage door opener doesn't work if I leave these LED lights on. The LEDs interfere with the stupid remote control, I guess. Oh, it feels weird driving this. I haven't driven it in 2 months. 2 months, man. Freaking ridiculous. I gotta keep my heat in here. Close the door. Ooh, nice hit. First time. Oh, I gotta fix my tilt. Can't drive like this. Okay. She's moving under her own power. She's seeing the sunlight for the first time. 2 months. Brakes still work. That's a good thing. Okay, now jump on it right to the rug. No, I'm not that brave. Ah, nice. I like the way that shifted. That was very nice. Nice firm second gear shift. Firm but not harsh. That's what we like to see. That's not super. Third gear shift's a lot better. There's fourth. And there's lockup. So we'll make sure we got all of that. Watching the tack there. Okay, let's see what she does this time. Second gear feels funny. Third feels nice. Fourth. Lock up. Second feels different than I'm used to. It's I hate this AFM crap. It's kicking in now because I don't have my range device plugged in. Let's see if I can get some of these monitors to run while I'm out and about. My neighbors. I got a little too much pressure in the airbags there. See if it'll downshift. Oh yeah, you put your foot into it, she shifts. Oh yeah. I like that. Gives you a little kick in the pants. Never did that before. Definitely firmer. First gear is extremely low on this thing. So you gotta wait till like 15 miles an hour before it kicks down. Oh, that didn't go down in the first. Oh, there she goes. I had to wait till 10. transmission temp there. 113 degrees. She's up to 115. Slowly climbing. That's pretty good though. Staying a lot lower than it used to. And now I can really feel the AFM kicking in and out. I used to not be able to feel it. Now I can really feel it. It actually shakes the vehicle. I don't like it. Let's see if I can run a drive cycle somehow, some way. So I need a sticker in a few months. I don't want to go donating all my coin to the state because they'll gladly take it. That's what they do here. Whoa, hang on. Feels like there's like a torque limit function that's kicking in. I might go in that program and put it back the way it was with no shift kit. See if there's any difference. That's the hottest I've got it so far. See how many miles I went. About 10 miles. Yep, 133. So, gotta love the failing climate thing up in the ceiling here of this Chevy. Alright, made the little tweak there. I'm wondering if the shift firmness part of that program is causing that to happen. Like, I can distinctly feel a lack of power at the lower end of the spectrum. Alright, just on that little upshift coming out of the yard, I noticed the difference. It's a little more crisp. So I guess that shift kit program, whatever that does, must have messed around with it. So we'll jump on her here and see what she does. I think that might be it. Yeah, it feels good now. Nice. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that. Weird. It feels like it's holding back until I get to third gear, and then once I get over 3 grand, it like pours it on. It never did that before. I don't know what that's all about. It could be the computer's still learning my driving habits or something, or it thinks the truck's brand new, so it's going easy on it. Who knows? These stupid electronics. So I think that's gonna be the end of this one. Thank God. Wow, what a nightmare. This is the most difficult job I've ever done. Hands down, bar none. It friggin' sucked. So we're up to 140 degrees now. It's 40 degrees outside, so we are 100 over ambient, which isn't bad. And I'm not, you know, I keep jumping on it, slowing down, so there isn't a lot of airflow going over that cooler. It's definitely not getting hot, which is good. So that's the Performer built transmission. It's working pretty good. Second gear just feels weird. I expected a little harder hit. When I jumped on it, you almost can't feel it shifting to second, which is strange. But you could feel third and fourth. You can definitely feel third and fourth. It hammers, which is good because that's the one that burned up on me last time. I hope we don't burn second gear up, but I don't think we will. I just gotta run it for the next 1,000 miles and dump the oil and change the filter, and then we'll put the AMSOIL Signature Series multi-vehicle fluid in there, and that should be that. Oh yeah, one more thing. We want to test the 4-wheel drive out here. Trusty test spot, preferably where there's no nails. There's freaking nails everywhere over here. 2-wheel drive. Try to get her stuck, which shouldn't be hard. Yeah, we're already stuck. Let's go 4 high. I didn't hear anything, but we shall see. And it's definitely working, because we're on a pretty steep hill right here. I felt the front wheel spin that time. Now I'll try auto. Whoa, rolling backwards. Yeah, it spun and then it hooked right up. Go back to two-wheel drive. We're gonna be stuck for sure. Yeah, it's going sideways. We can lock the differential. Yeah, it's just spinning both wheels. Release that. Back down the hill. Okay, so my four-wheel drive works. That's a good thing. That's about that. Yep, so another successful mission. So I guess that's it. We'll see you on the next one. She works. Test drive's complete. Yeah, baby, yeah.